Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, dear devotees, for kindly being present here today. This is the wonderful home of Kapil Prabhu and Diksha Mataji. Okay. And today there was graduation ceremony. Yes, of whom?
My son, Pranav.
Pranav. So today is Pranav's graduation ceremony, and he has graduated in which, high school graduation. Okay. So dear devotees, please let's give a round of applause to Pranav. Many congratulations, Prabhu, to entire family for this wonderful event today, and thank you, dear devotees, for kindly being present here today. I am grateful to all the devotees here at ISKCON of Oakville who have kindly assembled here, and my sincere thanks also to Narari Dev Prabhu and family. Thank you very much. Dear devotees, thank you to all of you for kindly being present here today. Today I'd like to speak on a topic which is of deep importance to each and everyone's spiritual life. There are three most important aspects, which is Japa, Kirtan and Smaran. They are shown on the screen. So please make sure you are able to see the screen. Right? If you are not able to see the screen, you will not be able to follow the presentation. Please make sure you are able to see the screen. Dear devotees, please come ahead if possible. Please come ahead. Yeah. Meanwhile, dear devotees, we'll begin with Mangalacharan, auspicious invocations. Most of us know these verses. You can kindly sing along with me. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahapadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. So welcome once again, dear devotees. This topic is directly important for our day-to-day spiritual life, because these are the three activities that we perform very often. What are the three activities, dear devotees? Japa, Kirtan, Smaran. Dear devotees, Before I begin, I'd like to start with a statement by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada says something, and let's read. Maybe Prabhuji, you have a good voice. Kindly read through what Srila Prabhupada says.
Krishna and Krishna's names are non-different. In the absolute status, there is no difference between reference and referent. Therefore, we have to practice remembering the Lord always, 24 hours a day, by chanting His names and molding our lives, activities in such a way that we can remember Him always.
So, dear devotees, in the introduction to Bhagavad Gita as it is, Prabhupada says that therefore we have to practice remembering the Lord always. Dear devotees, remembering is japa, kirtan or smaran? Smaran. Very important, dear devotees, because these three limbs, japa and kirtan and smaran, are very important for our spiritual practice. We should learn about these three limbs, because unless we learn properly about them, it is very much possible that we may end up misunderstanding one of these three. Dear devotees, our society is named International Society for Consciousness. Dear devotees, consciousness means Bhagwan Krishna should always be in our consciousness. So Smaran is very important, and so is Japa, and so is Kirtan. Dear devotees, therefore we will learn about these three aspects of our bhajan, our bhakti, Japa, Kirtan and Smaran. Dear devotees, first and foremost, let us begin with the first one. What is the first one, dear devotees?
Japa.
Japa. Let's begin with the definition of Japa. So, how do we define Japa, dear devotees? Can anybody try to define Japa? It is something we do every day.
Chanting of holy name.
Chanting of holy name. But that is what Kirtan is also chanting of holiness.
Chanting in a way where you can hear it only by yourself.
Chanting in a way that you can hear it only by yourself. Acha, okay. But I have been told you should chant loudly so that the trees can also benefit.
Yes.
Meditating on the name of the Lord on the beads.
Meditating on names of the Lord on the bead, okay. Meditating has the sense of smaran, but still, okay, very nice. Dear devotees, there is a very nice definition of japa in our Gaudiya Vaishnava lineage, in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. This definition is given by Sri Dhyan Chandra Goswami. He writes a definition of japa, and this definition is in front of us. I will try to sing the verse. Please repeat after me. Mano madhye sthito mantro,
Mano madhye sthito mantro,
mantra madhye sthitam manah,
Mantra madhye sthitam manah,
mano mantra samayuktam,
Mano mantra samayuktam,
etadhi japa lakshanam,
Etadhi japa lakshanam.
Dear devotees, mano madhye sthito mantro. The mantra should be sthita. The mantra should be situated in one place. Where should it be situated? Mana. In the mind. The mantra situated in the mind. Mantra madhye sthitam manah. And the mind situated in the mantra. The mantra situated in the mind. The mind situated in the mantra. Mano mantra samayuktam. Such a seamless combination of mind and mantra. Etad hi japa lakshanam. This is the characteristic of ideal japa. So this is the translation. Prabhu, kindly read the translation.
The mantra firmly situated in the mind firmly situated in the mantra. Such a seamless connection of the mind and mantra is the characteristic of ideal japa.
Yes. So dear devotees, this definition tells us that the mantra should finally get situated in which place, dear devotees?
In the mind.
Often we have heard, however, that Srila Prabhupada used to say, good japa of Hare Krishna means simply chant and hear. So chant and hear means you require only two senses. One is the mouth and one is the ears. But this definition is saying mantra should ultimately be situated where? Mind. So is this definition saying something different? And did we hear something different from Srila Prabhupada? this question arises? Dear devotees, the answer is no, because Srila Prabhupada also used to specify that it is not simply chant and hear. In a discussion on Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada was discussing with his disciples, and then the following discussion took place. So Prabhuji, I will speak what the devotee said, you speak what Prabhupada said. Devotee, Prabhupada, when we first got to chant Hare Krishna, a way to concentrate is to just concentrate on the vibration. Should we try to strive for?
Prabhupada, no. Concentrate on the vibration. Simply hear. It is very easy. If I say Hare, you can hear. Even without concentration, it is so easy.
But
Prabhupada, but if you hear attentively, that is required.
Dear devotees, but if you hear how?
Attentively.
That is required. So, chant and hear is okay, but Prabhupada expects us to go one step further, and he adds some quality to chant and hear. So what quality does he add?
Attentively.
When we add the term attentively, one sense organ is immediately added. Which sense organ?
Mind.
Achha, now it is complete. Now we are in one straight line with the previous acharyas giving the same thing and Srila Prabhupada saying the same thing. So dear devotees, whenever we tell other devotees how to chant nicely, it's not simply chant and hear. We should add one adverb to it. Chant and hear attentively. That attentively is very much important. Otherwise, dear devotees, we also hear the trucks passing on the road. Hai na? But our chanting should not be like that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And it's like the sound vibration of the vehicles passing on the road. And we don't pay any attention. So that should not be our japa. Chant and hear how, dear devotees? Attentively. Therefore, it's important to find a quiet space to chant. Often due to lack of time, it becomes difficult to chant in a quiet place, but whenever possible, one should find a quiet place to chant one's rounds, because it's not simply uttering the syllables and hearing through the ears. Attention is also required, and undivided attention should ideally be given to Krishna Nam. So chant and hear attentively. This is what it is. Dear devotees, having said this, now we understand there are three limbs of ideal japa. What are the three limbs, dear devotees? First is what? Mouth. Second is what? Ears. Third is what? Mind. From the mouth, the sound has to go where?
Ears.
And from the ears, it has to reach finally where? Mano madhye sthito mantro. The mantra should finally get situated where? Mind. So this is very important. If any one limb is missing, our japa may remain incomplete, dear devotees. Now, dear devotees, I drew this diagram. Mouth, ears and mind. Somebody may ask, do you also have support from the previous acharyas for this understanding, or did you draw this diagram by your own mental speculation? So my answer is, dear devotees, nothing by mental speculation. We have support from previous acharyas. Alright, dear devotees, previous acharyas, Srila Rupa Goswami, he composed a beautiful verse in glorification of Krishna Nam. Would you like to hear and sing that verse, dear devotees?
Yes.
It's one of the most famous verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita, very often repeated verse, but this verse is not explored in detail. Today we will try to explore this verse in great detail. Many of you might have heard this verse. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this verse, he said, I have never seen such a glorification of Krishna Nam. This verse is in the meter Shardula Vikriditam, same as Shad Goswami Ashtakam. I will try to sing. Please repeat after me. Tunde Tandavini Ratim Vitanute Tundavali Labdhaye
Tunde Tandavini Ratim Vitanute Tundavali Labdaye
Karna Kroda Kadambini Gatayate Karnarbude Bhyasprihan
Karna Kroda Kadambini Gatayate Karna Budhe
कृतिम्
चेता प्राङ्गण संगिनी विजयते सर्वेन्द्रियाणां कृतिम्
नो जान जनिता यद्विरमृते कृष्णेति वर्णद्वयी
नो जाने जनिता किया विरमृते कृष्णेति वर्णद्वयी.
Dear devotees, in a Sanskrit verse, the expert authors usually hide the most important entity till the end. They don't tell you what they are glorifying. So in this verse also, Rupa Goswami is glorifying something. What are you glorifying? Till the end he doesn't tell you. But now that I have to translate, I have to first reveal the secret to you. Otherwise I will keep translating and you will keep wondering what is he saying. Huh? So the entity being glorified is, please repeat, Krishneti Varnadvayi.
Krishneti Varnadvayi.
Varnadvayi, the two-syllable lady. She is a lady, dear devotees. Rupa Goswami could have said Varnadvaya, but he said what? Varnadvayi. In Sanskrit, none of the names of ladies ends with a, short a. You can see any Sanskrit name. Any Mataji here whose name ends with a short a? No. No Sanskrit name ends with a short a. It ends with a or e. I hope you are able to understand. So Krishneti Varna Dvayi. So the two-syllable lady, and what are the two syllables? Krishna. Krishna. These two syllables are like a wonderful lady. Now hear about the glorious qualities of this lady. Dear devotees, please hear carefully about the glorious qualities of this lady. Tunde. When this lady enters into the assembly hall of the mouth. Tunda means mouth. When she enters into the assembly hall of the mouth, Tandavini, she starts dancing and dancing and dancing wonderfully in the assembly hall. Now question is, who are there in the assembly hall of the mouth as audience?
The teeth.
Huh?
Teeth and
Tongue.
teeth, palate.
Teeth, palate? Dear devotees, in the assembly hall of the mouth there are, please repeat, 32 dvijas. Twice born. What does dvija mean? Twice born. And how many times do teeth take birth? Once or twice?
Twice.
So one of the Sanskrit name of teeth is also what? Dvija. But dvija also means Brahman. Okay. So there are 32 dvija, if you have a proper set. Huh? If you have a proper set, huh? Then there are 32 dvijas sitting in the assembly hall of the mouth. This lady dances and dances and dances. Tandavini, Ratim Vitanute. She gives great joy to everybody by her dancing. Acha, traditionally in India, after dancing, a dancer gets paritoshik. You know what is paritoshik? Anybody knows what is paritoshik? A gift or remuneration. So she also wants a remuneration. What remuneration does she want? Tunda avali labdhaye. She wants many more mouths for dancing. She is not satisfied with one mouth. She wants many more mouths for dancing. So she wants you to tell other people to chant also. I hope you are able to understand. Acha. Second, Karna Kroda. When this lady enters into the holes of the ear, Kadambini Ghatayate. She sprouts vigorously like Kadambi Shak. Now, how many of us have seen Kadambi Shak? Anybody from Bengal or Orissa here?
Yeah.
Acha. Kalbi Shak. Huh. Now they understand. Acha. Rest, see, dear devotees. Rupa Goswami was from Bengal, and Bengali people, they have a habit. You know what habit they have? Anything which is green and leafy and not poisonous, they will cook. Dear devotees. Am I correct? So, Kadambi Shak. In English, it is called water spinach. What is it called? Water spinach. So, Karna Kroda, as soon as this lady enters into the ear holes, it turns into another entity, Kadambi Shak. And if you have seen Kadambi Shak, it grows very vigorously, doesn't even leave half a centimeter for growth. It occupies the full area. Acha dear devotees, what does Kadambi Shak want?
More space.
More space. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? So what does this lady want when she enters the years? Karnarbudebhya, she wants 100 million more years to expand. Just as Kadambi Shak, water spinach, wants more and more area to expand. Acha. Finally, Chetah Prangana Sangini. When this lady enters into the courtyard of the mind, she enters as Sangini. Sangini means the wife. Dear devotees, when a lady enters into the courtyard of a home for the first time as the wife, there is a ceremony that takes place. What ceremony takes place?
Griha Pravesh?
Griha Pravesh. Kalash. And when she tumbles over the Kalash inside the home, it indicates one thing, dear devotees. What does it indicate? It indicates that she is the new queen of the home. Old queen, please move aside. Okay, able to understand? Chetah Prangana. When she enters into the courtyard of the mind, she enters as Sangini, the life partner. And once she is the life partner, she is the ruler. Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kritim. Dear devotees, the mind controls all the senses, Indriya. So she starts ruling over all the senses. Dear devotees, this lady is interested only in expansion. When she enters the mouth, she wants what? More mouth. When she enters the ear, she wants more ears. When she enters the mind, she controls all the senses. This lady is interested only in expansion. No jane, Rupa Goswami says, I don't know. Janita kiyat bhir amrita. How many sweet varieties of nectar were produced into the formation of this lady? Who is that lady, dear devotees?
Krishna.
The bisyllable lady. Krishna. So this, dear devotees, is the meaning of the verse. Kindly read the translation, Prabhu.
When the bisyllable name Krishna enters the mouth, it dances around and desires many more mouths as its reward. On entering the ear holes, it sprouts like the Kadambi Shak. Kadambi Shak. Water spinach, and exhibits a desire for tens of millions of years. Finally, when it enters the courtyard of the mind, it becomes the faithful companion of the soul and takes over the activities of all other senses. I do not know how many varieties of nectar have gone into the formation of this bisyllable name.
Okay. Dear devotees, for those of you who have not seen Kadambi Shak, today we have PowerPoint. Okay, I will show. Please click here. Here is Kadambi Shak, dear devotees. Okay. Also known as water spinach, also in India known as Kalmi Shak. Can you see how much space is remaining for further growth? No space is remaining. What does Kadambi Shak want, dear devotees? More space. Now you can understand the meaning of the verse. Okay. This, dear devotees, is Krishna Nam. Acha. Why did I show this verse suddenly? I was telling you there are 3 limbs of japa. What are the 3 limbs? Mouth, ears, and mind. Then why did I show this verse, dear devotees? Because if you go to the verse, what is the first word on the first line? Tunde. Tunde means the? What is the first word on the second line? Karna. Karna means? Ears. What is the first word on the third line? Cheta. What is Cheta mean? Mind. It is mentioned directly by Sri Rupa Goswami. I hope you are able to understand.
Yes.
Krishna Nam enters into 3 senses. What are the 3 senses? Mouth, ears, and mind. Therefore, these 3 senses are required together to chant Krishna Nam very effectively. Any one of them is missing, Krishna Nam will not be able to enter there. I hope you are able to understand. So this is very, very important. Dear devotees, now let's try to understand japa in more detail. Not everybody chants the same type of japa. Different people chant different types of japa. Dear devotees, there are 3 main types of japa that are specified by the previous acharyas. I will give the names. Please repeat after me. First, please repeat Vachika japa.
Vachika japa.
Second, Upamshu japa.
Upamshu japa.
Third, Manasika japa.
Manasika japa.
So now I will specify the characteristics of these three types of japa. First is which japa, dear devotees? In Vachika japa, dear devotees, the mouth opens and closes clearly. The tongue moves clearly. One chants loudly enough so that not only one can hear oneself but a second person should also be able to hear. This clearly audible type of japa is known as which japa, dear devotees? Now I will give example of Vachika japa. Please see carefully. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This, dear devotees, my mouth was clearly moving, tongue is clearly moving. Other people can hear. This is which japa, dear devotees? First type of japa. Second type of japa is Upamshu. The acharyas say in Upamshu, the lips move very slightly, tongue moves very slightly. One chants loudly enough so that only one can hear oneself. A second person should not be able to hear. This type of japa is known as which japa? Upamshu japa. I will now try to chant Upamshu. Because the mic is there, you will be able to hear something. If the mic would not be there, you would not be able to hear. Alright? I hope you are able to understand. This is which type of japa? Upamshu japa. Third type of japa, dear devotees, is Manasika japa. In Manasika japa, the mouth doesn't open at all. The tongue may vibrate or may not vibrate at all. How does one perform this japa, dear devotees? One closes the eyes and directly visualizes the syllables of the mantra while chanting in the mind itself. So while chanting the mantra, you have to see the syllables of the mantra in front of you after closing your eyes. I hope you are able to understand. We will do one Maha Mantra as Mansik, but so that everybody is coordinated, I will chant loudly. I hope you are able to understand. You don't have to chant. I will chant loudly. You just close your eyes and visualize the syllables of the mantra. Is that okay? Okay? So you should make sure that the syllables are properly, clearly visible to you in front of your eyes. Okay? Let's try. Okay? Please close your eyes and you don't have to chant, just visualize the syllables. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Were you able to see the syllables in front of your mind?
Yes.
What is the definition of japa? Where should the mantra be situated? You directly situated it in your mind. You eliminated two sense organs. Which two sense organs you eliminated? Mouth and ear. Mind chanted and mind heard. This, dear devotees, is which japa? Manasik. So this is Vachik, Upamshu and Manasik. Three types of japa, dear devotees. Acha, if a question is asked, which is the greatest amongst these three, most effective amongst these three, what answer will be given?
Upamshu.
Arey baap re, we have a difference of opinion right here. Raise your hands for Vachik. Okay. Raise your hands for Upamshu. Raise your hands for Mansik. Oh wow. Now let's hear the Acharya's vision. Dear devotees, what is the Acharya's verdict? The Acharya say in Hari Bhakti Vilas, please repeat after me. Shreyan syad uttar uttar.
Shreyan syad uttar uttar.
Uttar uttar. Latter is better than former. So Upamshu is better than what?
Vachika.
And Mansik is better than Vachik and Upamshu. Arey, but we had heard that louder is better, isn't it? Huh? Haven't we heard louder is better? Yes or no?
Yes.
And here Acharya is saying what is louder is better or softer is better? Softer. So, are we on the same page as the previous Acharyas or are we on a different page? So, dear devotees, there seems to be some difference between what we have heard and what the previous Acharyas say. Dear devotees, Manasika japa is considered by the Acharyas to be the strongest because it requires the greatest amount of effort. And you make sure that the mind is listening because you don't use two senses. Which two senses do you not use? Mouth and ears. Who has to perform the chanting? Who has to perform the receiving? Who has to perform the meditation? So pura effort is by whom? Now if you try to do 16 rounds like this, then nothing else you can do in the rest of the day. Therefore, our acharyas don't recommend 16 rounds of mansik japa. The acharyas recommend either vachik or which japa? Upamshu japa. So this because pura load is shared by 3 senses. Instead of the entire load coming on which sense? One. So, but do we ever chant in the mansik way?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Every day.
Every day. Yes, he knows. Dear devotees, those who have received second initiation. The second initiation mantras are all chanted in which manner, dear devotees?
Mansik.
So these dear devotees, mansik is also there, but in our society, ISKCON mansik is reserved for which initiation mantras?
Second initiation.
Second. And for first initiation, 16 rounds, which 2 types are there? Vachik and Upamshu. But it's very important, dear devotees. So now we know how many types of japa are there. Okay? Vachik, Upamshu and Mansik. Now dear devotees, previous Acharya, Sri Sanatan Goswami gives commentary and highlights a very important point. Dear devotees, it is in front of us. I will speak a few of the words. Please repeat after me. Vachika, Upamshu, Manasika Bhedena, Trividhasya, Japasya, Madhye, Ishad, Oshtha Chalanena, Shanair, Uchcharana, Upamshu Japo, Bhatragrahya. The Acharya say actually amongst these 3, although we said which is the best one, but if you look little deeper, you will see that when it comes to japa, which one is the most practical and which one should be accepted in day-to-day life? Upamshu.
Madhye.
Upamshu japo atra grahya. For day-to-day practical needs, which japa is the best, dear devotees?
Upamshu.
Mansik is the most effective, no doubt. But for day-to-day practical life, which is the most practical one? Upamshu. Acha, which was Upamshu? Anybody knows what? Second one. So little your lips move, your tongue moves, and you should chant only so that who can hear? You can hear. Now dear devotees, why are the acharyas saying Upamshu japa is most practical? Now they give a reason. Please repeat after me. Vachikasya Kirtan Antargatatvat. Dear devotees, please look here. Vachika is also japa, but it is japa mixed with another limb. Which limb is mixed with it? Kirtan. So Vachika is japa, but mixed with what? Kirtan. Acha. And please repeat. Manasikasya cha Smaranatmakatvat. Manasik is also japa, but it is japa mixed with what? Smaran. I hope you are able to understand the 3 types of japa. Vachika japa is japa, but mixed with what?
Kirtan.
Manasik japa is japa, but mixed with what?
Smaran.
If there is any japa which is not mixed with kirtan or smaran, only one remains. Which one remains? Upamshu. Upamshu is neither mixed with kirtan nor mixed with smaran. Japa standing on its own without support from kirtan or smaran. Only one type remains, dear devotees. Which type? Upamshu. So this, dear devotees, is very important to understand. There is a distinction between japa and kirtan. In English language, many times japa gets translated as chanting. Kirtan also gets translated as what? Chanting. So when chanting is there, we should inquire whether it is referring to japa or kirtan. In Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Sri Rupa Goswami has given 64 limbs of bhakti. Limb number 33 is kirtan. Limb number 34 is japa. I hope you are able to understand. He has placed japa and kirtan as one limb or separate limbs? Separate limbs. Why has he placed separately if both of them are chanting? So there is a distinction between kirtan and japa. Dear devotees, what is the distinction between kirtan and japa? Now, in a single line, we will see what is the distinction between kirtan and japa. In Prema Vivarta of Sri Jagadananda Pandit, it is specified. Please repeat after me. लघुचारे जप है,
लघुचारे जप है,
उच्चारे कीर्तन,
उच्चारे कीर्तन.
Those who understand Hindi, it is easy. Laghu uchchar. What is laghu uchchar? Soft utterance. Japa hai. Soft utterance becomes known as what?
Japa.
Uchchare. Audible utterance becomes known as what? Kirtan. I hope you are able to understand, dear devotees. Therefore, the distinction between japa and kirtan should now be clear in our minds. Soft utterance is what? Japa. Audible loud utterance is what? Kirtan. Acha, when it comes to kirtan, the instructions given by Shastra are exactly the opposite. Please repeat after me. Uchchai shatagunam bhave.
Uchchai shatagunam bhave.
Louder is 100 times better. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? But previous slide you were saying what is better? Softer. Right now you are saying what is better?
Louder.
Because previous instruction was for what?
Japa.
And this instruction is for what?
Kirtan.
Now the distinction is clear, dear devotees. So whenever devotees say that you should chant loudly, so you should know that those instructions are actually meant for what?
Kirtan.
And Shastra says japa should be chanted in what manner? Softly. Dear devotees, because many times what devotees do is they think, today I will chant and today I will give full benefit to Munish Prabhu. I hope you are able to understand. Munish Prabhu, will you chant with me today? Chalo, let's begin. Munish Prabhu, थोड़ा जप करके दिखाओ तो. हाँ बोलो. चलो करो.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram.
Ram Hare Hare.
तो वो जपा नहीं, वो शाउटिंग कंपटीशन. तो आफ्टर सम टाइम Munish Prabhu will say, Hari Parshad Das, please tell me one thing. Whose voice am I supposed to hear? My voice or your voice? Huh? Because if Munish Prabhu is supposed to hear my voice, not his voice, then it is very easy for Munish Prabhu. You know why? Munish Prabhu will say, Hari Parshad Das, you chant, I will just flip the beats. है कि नहीं? हाँ? ये तो it is easy, आपके लिए तो आसान हो गया. Mind में mouth I will perform, ears and mind you, है ना? चलेगा. So this is not what it is, dear devotee. When we chant japa, we are supposed to hear whose voice? Our own voice. That is japa, because all three limbs should be from our body, not from somebody else's body. So many times we think that today I will benefit all the devotees. But instead of benefiting them, we end up disturbing them a lot. So this, dear devotees, should be avoided. Japa means one should be able to hear one's own voice, and this is the purpose of japa. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat, the conclusion is very clearly given. This is the conclusion. I will sing. Please repeat after me. Japile Shri Krishna Nama,
Japile Shri Krishna Nama,
Apana se tare,
Apana se tare,
Uchcha Sankirtane para,
Uchcha Sankirtane para,
Upakar kare,
Upakar kare.
Japile Shri Krishna. When one performs which limb, dear devotees? Japa. Apana se tare. One delivers homes oneself. Uchcha Sankirtane. In loud kirtan, para upakar. What is the meaning of para upakar?
Benefiting others.
Benefiting others. अच्छा, आजकल क्या है ना? People do opposite. जप में they are loud. And kirtan में they are very soft. So we should not do like this, dear devotee. Japa we should be how? Soft. Kirtan we should be how?
Loud.
Loud, not so loud that people get irritated, but loud enough so that they can hear. I hope you are able to understand. Rath Yatra is coming up. What is coming up?
Rath Yatra.
In Rath Yatra there should be Japa or Kirtan?
Kirtan.
तो क्या होगा ना, रथ यात्रा में भी बीड बैग लेके चलते. You might have seen few people. रथ यात्रा में भी what they are doing? Japa. अरे today is a day for Kirtan. What are you doing? No, Prabhu, I am also performing Yuga Dharma. अरे Yuga Dharma is Japa or Kirtan. What is Yuga Dharma? Kirtan is Yuga Dharma. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? So some people have the mistake that 16 rounds of Japa is my Yuga Dharma. अरे नहीं. Yuga Dharma is not Japa. Yuga Dharma is what, dear devotees? Kirtan. So that is very important to understand the distinction between Japa and Kirtan. अच्छा, sometimes during Kirtan they start chanting softly also. ऐसा हो जाता है. How many of you were in the poor, have experienced of being in the poor position where you are the singer behind the harmonium or kartal, you sing the entire Mahamantra, you are expecting the audience to respond and nobody responds. ऐसा हुआ है कभी? हाँ? So one time it happened like that. You know, I was in Mumbai. I went to a particular new place. Some people had come, and I took the harmonium. I started chanting. I chanted one full Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, full. And then at the end, I am expecting that they will. Nobody responded. So I was closing my eyes. Suddenly I opened my eyes and said, "Arey, kya hua kya?" So they are sitting and they are just clapping like this. So I am in that unfortunate situation where I have to repeat after my own self. So just to continue the kirtan. Achha, after the kirtan got over, then the class started. Then I said, "Dear devotees, there is a difference between kirtan and mehfil." Indian people got used to mehfil. Ever since the Mughals came, they introduced the concept of mehfil. अब mehfil में क्या होता है मालूम है ना? There is one singer, he sings. और सब listeners they take one आराम से तकिया and they are sitting. से वाह बहुत अच्छा गाया वाह क्या गाया है आपने. That, dear devotees, is not kirtan. What is that known as? अच्छा, महफिल का अगला स्टेप होता है फरमाइश. That also has happened. प्रभु जी क्या आप ये गा सकते हो? हाँ जरूर क्यों नहीं. तो मुगल तो चले गए, अब मुगलाई छोड़ गए. तो ऐसा होता है. So dear devotees, we have to understand that the success of the kirtan is not simply on the shoulders of the poor person who is behind the harmonium. The success of the kirtan is on all of us. So next time when somebody is singing behind the harmonium, we should know that we should respond by singing as audibly as possible. Support the kirtan. Alright? So this is what we should do. Uchcha Sankirtan. And in japa we should chant as softly as possible. I hope this distinction is clear. Okay? Now dear devotees, question arises, which type of japa does Srila Prabhupada like? Loud or soft?
Soft.
So who raise your hands for loud?
What type of kirtan?
Japa. Loud or soft?
Soft.
Who is for loud? Raise your hand. Still, who is for loud? Achha, chalo. Let's read a memory of Srila Prabhupada. This is from a book called You Cannot Leave Boston by His Holiness Satswarup Maharaj. He recalls an incident in the personal life of Srila Prabhupada. Kindly read, Prabhuji, what he said.
In order to hear the holy name distinctly, the devotees would have to vibrate some sound. In his purport to Adi Lila 1732, Prabhupada writes that chanting is simple, but it has to be taken seriously. He mentions how the lips should move and we should hear our own sound vibration.
He mentions how the lips should move and we should hear our own sound vibration. He mentions the purport. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 17.32. So very important. In japa we are supposed to hear whose sound vibration? Our own sound vibration. Please continue.
Prabhupada used the word silent to indicate soft. He did say, however, that loud or soft, our chanting should not disturb the spiritual master. Prabhupada became annoyed on occasion with his servants, secretaries and other devotees for chanting too loudly when he was trying to work. When we chant, we have to learn to be simultaneously attentive and considerate towards others.
Yes, dear devotees, this happened in the personal life of Srila Prabhupada. One time, Srila Prabhupada, in the middle of the night, he got up because he wanted to do some translation work. So Prabhupada started doing translation work. Suddenly his personal secretary also got up. So his personal secretary said, Prabhupada is doing translation. What should I do? Japa. While I am doing japa, let me give full benefit to Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada got annoyed with that servant. So, loud or soft, our japa should not disturb whom? Our spiritual master. Not only spiritual master, any other devotee who is sitting in the vicinity should not be disturbed by our japa. Japa is, dear devotees, like a tree house. You know what's a tree house? Anybody knows what is a tree house? In this part of the world, children make tree houses. What is the purpose of building a tree house for a child, dear devotees? Anybody knows?
Privacy?
Huh?
Privacy or security?
That tree house is only meant for whom? The child. The child alone goes in the tree house and may take a few close friends. Nobody else is supposed to go there. So japa is meant to be our private tree house where we spend our time in our mind with our Gurujanas, with Sri Krishna, Srimati Radharani, etc. Another person is not supposed to invade that space. And we should strongly refuse another person to invade that space. I hope you are able to understand. So japa is our private time with Bhagwan. Let it remain that private time and let others also have their private time with Bhagwan. Okay? So this, dear devotees, is very, very important. Acha, this was japa. What is the second limb, dear devotees? Kirtan. What is the definition of kirtan, dear devotees? Sri Rupa Goswami says, please repeat after me. नाम लीला गुणादीना उच्चैर्भाषा तु कीर्तनम् उच्चैर्भाषा, audible utterance of what, dear devotees? Naam, Leela, Guna, Adi. So dear devotees, what is Naam mean? Name of Krishna. What is Leela? Pastimes of Krishna. What is Guna? Qualities. Adi, etc. Associates, abode, anything if we glorify audibly, it becomes known as what, dear devotees? Acha, please tell me, is giving Srimad Bhagavatam class kirtan or not?
Yes.
Is distributing a book and telling other person about Krishna kirtan or not?
Yes.
I hope you are able to understand. These are all valid forms of what? Kirtan. What is the Yuga Dharma for this age? Kirtan. But some people say Sankirtan. Kirtan or Sankirtan is the Yuga Dharma. What is the difference between Kirtan and Sankirtan? Sri Jiva Goswami in Bhakti Sandarbh clarifies the difference. Please repeat after me. Bahuvir Militva Kirtanam Sankirtanam Iti Uchyate. Bahubhir Militva. When many people come together and perform kirtan, it becomes known as what? Sankirtan. Now I sang the verse from Rupa Goswami about holy name. All of you repeated. Was it kirtan or sankirtan? Sankirtan. I hope you are able to understand. So here we are gathered together. We are performing what, dear devotees?
Sankirtan.
I am not only speaking, you are not only listening. I am invoking some answers from all of you. This, dear devotees, is known as what?
Sankirtan.
What is the Yuga Dharma for this age? Sankirtan. Or Kirtan is also Yuga Dharma. Sometimes it is said Kirtan, sometimes it is said Sankirtan. But Kirtan is when many people get together. Many means how many?
More than two.
At least two.
More than three.
In Sanskrit, Bahuvachan starts not with two. Bahuvachan starts with minimum how many? Three. In English, plural case starts with how many? Two. But in Sanskrit, plural case starts with how many?
Three.
So minimum how many people should be there?
Three.
Maximum any number? Minimum 3 should be there. For calling it what? Less than that, call it kirtan. I hope you are able to understand. Even if you are alone, you can perform what?
Kirtan.
Uchchair bhasha, you just have to do it audibly. 2 are there, call it kirtan. 3 are there, you have the minimum qualification to call it what?
Sankirtan.
Alright. Sometimes in Vrindavan or Govardhan we go, you see there is a mutt with 2-3 Babajis are there. one is on the kartal, one is on the harmonium, one is on the mridanga. Bare minimum qualification fulfilled. To call it what? Sankirtan. Okay, that is what. Okay. So this is what we should understand is the difference between kirtan and sankirtan. So this, dear devotees, is the Yuga Dharma. Anybody who is giving a Bhagavatam class, anybody who is distributing a book, they are fulfilling the Yuga Dharma. I hope you are able to understand, dear devotees. So Yuga Dharma is not simply fulfilled by 16 rounds of solitary japa. Yuga Dharma is fulfilled by audible glorification of Nama, Leela, Guna, etc. of Bhagavan. This, dear devotees, is Yuga Dharma. Everybody should engage in Yuga Dharma. Toronto Rath Yatra is coming up. When is it? So, dear devotees, a great day to engage in what, dear devotees? Sankirtan. Fulfill Yuga Dharma. On that day, please don't keep your hand in the japa bag. Subah, early morning you finish. And rest of the day you devote for Sankirtan. I hope you are able to understand. So this is very important for all of us. This, dear devotees, was Kirtan, and now the final limb. What is the final limb, dear devotees? Smaran. What is the meaning of Smaran? Remembrance. Okay. Dear devotees, Smaran is concentration. Okay. Dear devotees, Smaran is not simply remembrance. Smaran means remembrance with taste. I hope you are able to understand. Remembrance with taste. Or taste should be there. Dear devotees, Sri Jiva Goswami says Smaran is not of one type, Smaran is of 5 types. How many types? 5 progressive levels. Actually, there are 5 progressive levels of Smaran. We will quickly see what are the 5 levels of Smaran. Please hear carefully. This is most important part of this particular seminar. Dear devotees, please repeat after me. Yat kinche anusandhanam smaranam. Dear devotees, when we are new in spiritual life, we start with japa. What do we start with? Japa and kirtan. Then gradually our mind becomes purified. Then the mind develops a desire for smaran. Our society is named after Smaran, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Smaran is most important. Dear devotees, level 1, Jiva Goswami says, Yat kinchid anusandhanam. You are sitting anywhere, you have some free time, whatever you can easily remember about Krishna without straining your mind too much. If you are able to do that, but after some time the remembrance may break. No problem. Whatever you are easily able to remember for some time, that is level 1. What is the name of level 1, dear devotees? Smaran. Acha. For example, I will ask any one of you, what pastime of Krishna, Prabhuji? What pastime of Krishna can you easily remember? Damodar Leela. Chalo. So he is sitting alone. Sometimes maybe he is in the office. He has few minutes. He sits down and tries to remember the details as they are mentioned in the Shastra. He doesn't try to cook up any new details. Okay? He doesn't add his own masala to it. He just remembers what is given in the Shastra. This, dear devotees, is level 1. What is level 1 known as? After few minutes, somebody comes and disturbs him. Hey, how is work? I say, yeah, it's okay. Everything is nice. So his Smaran got disturbed. But no problem. He should begin on this level. This is known as what, dear devotees? Smaran. Then comes level 2. Jiva Goswami says, Sarvatas Chittamakrishya Samanya Karena Manodharanam Dharana. Level 2 is called Dharana. Sarvatas Chittamakrishya. Pull your concentration from all directions in one place for some time. Find some free time where no distractions are there. And in that free time, when your mind is fully concentrated, Samanya Karena, in a general way, remember the pastimes of Krishna. Congratulations, you have attained level 2. What is level 2 known as? Now your effort has begun. Alright, because you are trying to find time, you are trying to pull your mind from all directions. This will take practice. So this is called as what? Dharana. Gradually you become attached to dharana. Now you perform it more frequently. Gradually you will go to level 3. Please repeat after me. Visheshato Rupadi Vichintanam Dhyanam. So repeat. Stage 3 is Dhyan. Now you will start having preferences. I like this form of Krishna. I like this pastime of Krishna more. So Visheshato, specially meditating on specific forms and pastimes with the qualities of level 2 already there. So your mind is pulled from all directions, it is concentrated, but now you are specific about a particular pastime, about a particular form, about a particular name. Then you have attained level 3. What is level 3 known as? Dhyan. Acha. Then you continue practice Dhyan. After some time it becomes so natural, organic and spontaneous that remembrance starts coming back to you. You don't have to perform it. Remembrance starts coming back to you. Dear devotees, Sri Jiva Goswami says, Amrita Dharavat Avichinnam Tat Dhruvanusmriti Amrita Dharavat, like a stream of nectar. How many have seen a stream of nectar? Nobody saw. Achha, we are all residents of Kali Yuga. Achha, I will give equivalent example. Tail Dharavat, like a stream of thick viscous oil. How many have seen? Everybody has seen. We all saw motor oil. How motor oil is? So dear devotees, we are residents of Kali Yuga, so I give up. What is the quality of a stream of thick viscous oil? What is the quality?
Consistency.
Constant. Avichinnam. Can you see that? Unbroken. When meditation starts happening unbroken automatically, dear devotees, you have attained fourth stage. What is that fourth stage known as? Now your effort has reduced. Mind is saying, I am in autopilot now. I will do it. You step aside. I will do it. Okay? Then stage 5. Final stage, dear devotees. Dhyaya matra Spuranam Samadhiriti. Now Dhyaya matra Spuranam, when only the object of meditation, Sri Radha, Krishna and the Vrajavasis only remain. Nothing else remains in the mind. Dear devotees, congratulations, you have attained the goal of all remembrance. What is the goal of all remembrance? Samadhi. Dear devotees, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Anta kale cha mam eva smaran bhuktva kale. At the end of life, one should remember me. Remember me on which level? Level 1 or level 5?
Level 5.
Why not level 1?
Because he says Mam Eva.
Mam eva. What does eva mean?
Only.
Only me. And when only me is attained at which level, dear devotees? Samadhi. Because some people are thinking, right now no need to do anything. When I will die, at the moment of death, I will remember Krishna in one corner of my mind. And there will be my, brand new car which I want to buy in another corner of my mind. So I will think Krishna in one corner of my mind. Krishna is merciful. He will take me back to Godhead. ऐसा नहीं है. अंत काले च माम eva. Eva means only and only who should be there in the mind?
Krishna.
Bhagavan Shri Krishna should be there. This indicates which level of remembrance? Samadhi. Now in this way, dear devotees, we have covered the three most important aspects of our spiritual life. What are the three most important aspects? Japa, Kirtan and Smaran. Dear devotees, with this, I'd like to pause at this point of time. Thank you very much, devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So it's 8:45, but if there is some window for asking question and answers, then Kapil Prabhu is here. So is there some time for asking Q&A? All so till 12 o'clock. Okay. Maybe a few questions are okay. Narayana Prabhu, you tell me when to stop. 9 o'clock. Okay. So anybody wants to ask any queries? Yes, Prabhu.
Really, oftentimes we've been told that because when we're doing japa, the mind wanders. So have Prabhupada chanting and then chant.
So often it is told that during japa the mind wanders. So have a tape of Prabhupada chanting and then chant. So if the tape is used for setting your time, how much time it requires you to chant one round, then it is okay. But if the tape is used as a replacement for your own voice, that is where the previous acharyas will have a difference of opinion. Japa means we are supposed to hear whose voice?
Your voice.
ऐसा है. नहीं तो otherwise what to do? What we can, somebody will say, I don't need to chant. Prabhupada will chant. I just flip the beats. चलेगा? I am hearing the purest voice. Whose voice? अभी तो there should be no contest ना. So there is a YouTube video. Srila Prabhupada chanting how many rounds? 16 rounds, huh? With the counter. So I'll tell you a trick, Prabhuji. Speed the video by 4x. 64 rounds in 2 hours. Prabhupada's voice, yes or no? ऐसा नहीं होता है. How have the previous acharyas done it? We are supposed to do as it is. When Srila Prabhupada used to chant his japa, did he use his own Guru Maharaj's tape or anybody's tape?
No.
So the tape is good initially if one wants to check one speed of japa, and if one wants to see if my speed is matching the speed of Prabhupada's. But usually Prabhupada has also given that in 7 or 8 minutes one should finish one round. That speed is good, and one is supposed to hear one's own voice. Achha, but mind is not easily concentrated. Your origin is mind is not easily concentrated. So for concentrating the mind, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas don't recommend any yogic or mechanical techniques. This is not Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Gaudiya Vaishnavism recommends genuine attachment to Krishna Nam for concentrating the mind. I hope you are able to understand. Because some people give many different techniques. Some people say sit in one place for your entire 16 rounds and don't even move little bit. Where did you hear that? Which Shastra? No, it is my experience. Arey nahi. It has to come from Shastra. It can't come by Baba Vakyam Pramanam, you know. It has to come from Shastra. Ek to every day in the morning we are saying Niyamita Smaranena Kala. There are no rules for chanting. And then we start setting our own new rules. You know? So there are some people say, you chant in one place by sitting in one place so that your body will receive some pain, and by that pain you will remain attentive. So we are not Ashtanga yogis. Our technique to chant japa is by developing sneha, affection towards Krishna Nam. This is specified by Srila Jiva Goswami in his commentary to 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I will quickly point it out so that it is easy for us to see what Sri Jiva Goswami directly says. So this is 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I am opening it and I will point out. Yeah. So Sri Jiva Goswami says in his commentary, I will point out which verse it is. 6.2.20 Srimad Bhagavatam, Krama Sandarbha commentary of Sri Jiva Goswami. Please repeat after me, those who can see. Atra uchyate. Now conclusion is being given about Krishna Nam. Ajamil's chapter is going on. ठीक है? Atra uchyate conclusion. Shri Bhagavan Nama. Grahanam. Khalu. Dvidha bhavati. Grahanam, utterance of Krishna's name is Dvidha. How many times? 2 times. Okay. First, please repeat. Kevalatvena. When you only utter the syllables and there is no genuine attachment to Bhagwan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, that is. Second, Sneha Samyuktatvena. The second is Samyukta. What is included in that? Sneha. What is the meaning of Sneha?
Affection.
This is the Gaudiya Vaishnava technique to concentrate on the name. All the other yogic techniques are not Gaudiya Vaishnava. They come from Ashtanga Yoga. Somebody has heard Ashtanga Yoga Japa classes and they are bringing it into Gaudiya Vaishnava Dharma. So that is not Gaudiya Vaishnava technique for Japa. So therefore Prabhupada also used to specify this. I will very quickly highlight this. Prabhu, can you can read Prabhu in English? Please read this one.
Simply, if you are engaged in Krishna's business, Priti Purvakam. With love, not as
Hackneyed. Hackneyed means mechanical, not mechanical.
Here is a duty, chanting of Hare Krishna. Alright. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
No, not like Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That way, huh?
Chant very quickly and indistinctly. Not like that. With Priti, with love. Chanting every name. Hare Krishna and here. Here is Krishna, here is Radharani. That kind of chanting quality. Not Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Not like that. Not like that.
Preeti. So this Prabhupada, this is a Srimad Bhagavatam class, 17 June 1973. I am giving the reference also. So I will, once again I will say what Prabhupada says. Simply if you are engaged in Krishna's business, Preeti Purvakam, with love. Not as hackneyed. Here is a duty. Chanting of Hare Krishna. Alright. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. No, not like that. With Preeti, with love, chant every name. Hare Krishna. And here is Krishna, here is Radharani. That kind of chanting, quality. Not Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. No, not like that. Not like that. Preeti. So I hope you are able to. This is the Gaudiya Vaishnava technique for focus. The other techniques are coming from Ashtanga Yoga. So there is a very famous pastime when Srila Prabhupada was in the Juhu beach and he was walking on the Juhu beach and then one devotee came running from behind and Prabhupada saw he has no shoes. So Prabhupada said, "Arey, you have no shoes, the sand is burning, why don't you wear shoes?" So he said, "Prabhupada, with you I don't feel any heat." I said, "Acha." Prabhupada knows Ati Bhakti Chor Lakshana. There is a saying, Ati Bhakti Chor Lakshana. So Prabhupada said, "Acha, you don't feel anything, any pain?" "No, Prabhupada, with you I don't feel any pain." "Acha, then why don't you cut your head?" So Prabhupada made him understand. It is, one has to have some practicality. Simply doing austerities is not going to satisfy neither Krishna nor the Guru. So this, our technique for focus is by introducing something. What should we introduce? Preeti or Sneha, affection. That is, if affection is there, then we will chant very much carefully. I hope you are able to understand. So that is very important. For example, if there is a boy who loves a girl, and let's say the girl's name is, let's take any name, Poonam, right? And if he is walking on the street, suddenly somebody says, "Poonam." समझ में आया? So what will happen? अरे तुम्हारा नाम नहीं बोला है. So this dear devotee is, because he has material sneha. What does he have? Material sneha. So he is immediately attracted. Similarly, if we have sneha towards Bhagavan, our mind will be immediately attached. We don't need to do anything artificial. Okay? I hope that
Can I ask you a follow-up question?
Sure.
But that there are 9 limbs of bhakti, right? 9 stages of bhakti. Savanam, Kirtanam.
Those are 9 limbs, not stages.
Sorry. Limbs of bhakti.
Yeah.
No, not stages. Adu Shraddha Sadhu Sangha.
आदव श्रद्धा
So
साधु
उसमें तो प्रीति जो है लव वो तो बहुत like almost end में आता है. तो how do I?
नहीं, but therefore Jiva Goswami does not use the term Preeti. What term does Jiva Goswami use? Thoda feeling of belongingness should be there. Jiva Goswami is very precise. He knows somebody in 2024 will ask the question. Jiva Goswami will not make even single half a syllable ka mistake. Thoda feeling of belongingness should be there. I'll give you one example, so it will be easy to understand. Let's say our Manish Prabhu, he's hungry, very hungry, and he says, "Prabhu, I am hungry." And then you bring him something, I bring him something. Okay? I bring him, I say, "Manish Prabhu, I bought you something." So what will Manish Prabhu say?
Okay, I have it already.
नहीं
लेके आओ.
नहीं पहले पूछोगे तो सही ना.
क्या लेके आओ?
हाँ ये तो पूछो. हाँ प्रभु 2 trucks of popcorn. And then he also comes and he says, Prabhu, I bought you something.
आप क्या लेके आए प्रभु?
Then he will say, one nice thali which has few things, paneer butter, masala, roti with ghee. Huh? So what are you going to take? 2 trucks of popcorn or chota thali? अरे Prabhu, I bought 2 trucks of popcorn, big quantity.
सब devotees में दे दो.
So often it is not the quantity that matters. Often what matters is the sneha, the love and affection that is there. So that is very important. I hope that clarifies. Take a project.
Thank you.
And thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
We often hear the word congregational japa.
Hmm.
Sometimes during Bhakti Vikshas they do 1 round of japa aloud, or in the temple in the morning programs. So because japa means like doing
Yeah.
right?
So when new devotees are encouraged, you may do congregational japa. But when you look into the teachings of the previous acharyas, after a few years, a devotee should know that congregational activity is not japa. Congregational activity is what? Kirtan. And japa is solitary activity. You see all the paintings of Chaitanya Leela, devotees doing japa. See all the paintings. Haridas Thakur doing japa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doing japa. Are they doing in a group or are they doing alone? So that itself, hence proved. You don't need to say anything else. But when we are bringing new devotees and we are telling them, so to tell them how to chant properly, so we make them sit in a circle and then they perform. But somebody added the name congregational to it, that is dangerous. I don't know who added to it. We should call it japa training. What should we call it? Japa training. That is good. नहीं तो क्या हो जाएगा ना, नया movement will start. Congregational कीर्तन तो हो गया. जपा बोलेगा मेरा पर्पस कुछ अलग था, मेरे साथ अन्याय हुआ है. जब बोलेगा. Yes, Mataji.
Sometimes people get question, especially for the new devotee come now.
Yeah.
Ask them to do japa. They say, I am doing all the time japa. I am turning, I am listening all the time. My japa is always there. And how to convince that this is not japa, and I got convinced.
Yeah.
But for the new and how to make them do japa like this, that's the challenge I face a lot.
Right. So Mataji is a very important question. Many times we go to people, often in India, I go to people and they say, तो they say, मैं तो मन में करता हूँ 24 घंटे
चलता ही रहता है तो।
चलता ही रहता है। मेरे मन में चलता ही रहता है। So I don't know which world these people are living in, but nowadays, especially in India, people have the bad habit of coining up their own definitions of dharma. Anything they feel जो मुझे अच्छा लगता है वो धर्म है, ऐसा. This is modern day Indians. मुझे जो अच्छा लगा वो धर्म है. One day one person came to me and said, तुम कृष्ण का भक्ति क्यों करते हैं? माता पिता का सेवा सबसे बड़ा भक्ति है. तो मैं बोला अच्छा. और जो भगवत गीता में भगवान बोले कि मन मना भव मद भक्तो मदयाजी माम नमस्कुरु. आई होप यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. बिकम माय डिवोटी, फॉलो मी. और जो पहले के लोग दे गिव अप देयर फैमिली टू डू भक्ति, उनसे बड़े हुए आप हो क्या कि पहले के लोग कम समझते और आप ज्यादा समझते. बट नाउअडेज इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ पीपल. कुछ भी करेंगे पर शास्त्र में लिखा हुआ नहीं करेंगे. आई होप यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. शास्त्र किस लिए है? लाल कपड़े में लपेट के रखने के लिए. दशहरे में निकालेंगे, उसको झाड़ेंगे, उसका पूजा करेंगे, फिर वापस लाल कपड़े में, फिर वापस. So this unfortunate attitude has entered into the Indian mindset. भगवत गीता क्या है? भगवत गीता teaches work is worship.
कर्म किए जाए.
कर्म ही पूजा. अच्छा, तो the butcher is slaughtering animals, उसका पूजा अलग हो गया है कि नहीं? The chore is stealing, उसका भी पूजा है. The minister is stealing thousands millions of dollars, वो भी तो पूजा ही कर रहा है. I hope you are able to understand. Karmi puja is a very wrong definition of what is given in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita speaks about karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga and bhakti yoga. Those people who have reduced it to a simplistic karma puja hai, these people don't understand that they have made their own Bhagavad Gita. इसलिए Prabhupada very much emphasize Bhagavad Gita as it is. तो बोलना चाहिए. जपा तुम्हारा जपा होगा, but we are telling you japa as it is given in the Shastra. And people should be challenged. Can you show in Shastra where your definition of japa is given? As soon as they are challenged, they will say, नहीं वो तो शास्त्र वास्त्र थोड़े ही, वो तो अपने मन से होता है. ऐसा आप समझ रहे हैं? So this is how these people have to be shown the mirror. Sometimes you have to show them the mirror. See, this is the definition of japa. जो आज दिखाया, मनो मध्य स्थितो मंत्रो मंत्र, and then there are 3 limbs of उपांशु जप, वाचिक जप, मानसिक जप. 3 प्रकार का जप है शास्त्रों में. So then when they come to know, either they will have the faith or they will not have the faith. इसलिए बोलते हैं महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्रह्मणि वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवताम राजन विश्वासो नैव जायते. इनका छोटा पुण्य होता है, लिटिल पाइटी. They can't put faith in नाम ब्रह्मणि, in भगवान्स नाम. So महाप्रसादे, in भगवान्स प्रसाद, गोविंदे, in भगवान कृष्ण, नाम ब्रह्मणि, in भगवान्स नाम, and वैष्णवे, in the association of Vaishnavas. उनका विश्वास नहीं जायते, नहीं होता है जिनका स्वल्प पुण्य. What is the meaning of स्वल्प पुण्य? Very little previous credit. उनका विश्वास नहीं बैठता. तो जिसका क्रेडिट कम है वो तो he will never agree. But those who are little buddhi, they will agree to what is given in Shastra. In Bhagavad Gita we can show them yajnanam japa yajñosmi. In amongst all the yajnas, I am which yajna? Japa yajna. We can ask them how the previous people used to perform japa with a mala in their hands. One time there was one person who I was chanting, a new devotee. So he said, मुझे ऐसा हिंदी में बोलते हैं, तो मन का क्या फेरता है, तो मन का फेर. समझ में नहीं? ऐसे तो उसका मतलब मन का कहते हैं, जो बीड़ होता है ना, बीड़. तो मन का क्या फेरता है, तू मन का फेर. समझ में आ रहा है? हाँ, मतलब तू मन में कर, तो मन का क्या करता है, तो मन का फेर. तो मैं उसको बोला, तो मन का क्या फिरता है, तो मन का फेर. मैं भी बोला. मेरे बोलने का मतलब ये था, तू अपने मन में ही क्या फिर रहा है, तो मन का फेर. ऐसे लोगों को ना हाजिर जवाब आदमी चाहिए होता है. समझ रहे हैं? ऐसे लोगों को थोड़ा हाजिर जवाब आदमी चाहिए होता है. तो people any nonsense they will come up with, any nonsense. तो ऐसा जो है, these people don't understand what is to be done, what is not to be done. Therefore Krishna said one thing, and we should show them one verse from Bhagavad Gita 16.24. तस्मात् शास्त्रं प्रमाणं ते कार्य व्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्र विधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तुम् इहार्हसि. Kindly read the translation.
One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures.
हाँ, क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. One should understand by regulation of the scriptures. This is given in which literature? भगवद गीता. पर उन लोगों की भगवद गीता तो वही कर्म कर और हाँ फल मत, वहीं पे खत्म हो गई. उसके आगे कोई भगवद गीता था ही नहीं उनका. समझ, तुमको भगवद गीता में आगे भी अध्याय है. कृष्ण बोलता है वो दूसरे अध्याय में खत्म नहीं हो गया. कर्मण्यवादी, क्योंकि वो तो महाभारत सीरियल में दिखाया था, उतना ही हमने रटा है कि नहीं. उसके आगे भी अध्याय था भगवद गीता में. उसमें कृष्ण बोलते हैं तस्मात् शास्त्रम प्रमाणम. व्हाट इज द अल्टीमेट अथॉरिटी इन डिसाइडिंग? शास्त्र. कार्य अकार्य, क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना. हाँ, जिसको आलस करना है उसके लिए शास्त्र प्रमाण नहीं है. समझ में? One who wants to be lazy in spiritual life, for them their own मन is प्रमाण. वो मन का फिर उसका उसका मन ही उसको फेर रहा है कि नहीं हाँ? वो मन को फेर रहा है कि उसका मन उसको फेर रहा है, ये भगवान ही जानता है, ठीक है? ठीक है माता जी, आई होप माता जी that answer. Thank you very much. ठीक है, I think this is a good time to pause. हाँ, Prashadam was already done, yet is yet to be done. Is done. ठीक है, so should we have more or should we pause here? Should we have more Q&A or should we pause?
We don't mind. I don't mind. How about you?
Okay, we can have one or two more questions. ठीक है, चलो one or two more. Yes.
So is japa synonymous to smaran? Like when we do japa?
No. I told you there are 3 types of japa. You were there when 3 types were there? Huh? So 3 types of japa. What are the 3 types? वाचिक, उपांशु, मानसिक. जिसने कंठस्थ नहीं किया वो उसका लॉस है. वापस बोलना है. कौन कौन सा है? वाचिक, उपांशु, मानसिक. गुरुकुल में टीचर कंठस्थ करा के लेते थे. अभी कंठस्थ करो. तो इसलिए वो उसका रीजन है. अच्छा, वाचिक इज जपा मिक्स्ड विथ व्हाट? कीर्तन. मानसिक इज जपा मिक्स्ड विथ व्हाट? तो जो आप बोल रहे हैं ना वो कौन सा जप है? मानसिक जप. पर मानसिक जप में भी लोग बोलते हैं हाँ मैं तो मन से करता हूँ. नहीं, मानसिक जप का रिक्वायरमेंट है. यू शुड चैंट यूजिंग द माइंड, सिट इन वन प्लेस, क्लोज योर आईज एंड इन फ्रंट ऑफ द आईज यू हैव टू विजुअलाइज समथिंग. व्हाट डू यू हैव टू विजुअलाइज? सिलेबल्स ऑफ द मंत्र. वो उसको बोलेंगे मन का फेरा दे. नहीं तो मन ने तुमको फेर दिया. ऐसा मन कहाँ फिरा रहा है तुमको पता नहीं. तो ये, तो आई होप दैट आंसर्स योर क्वेरी. ठीक है. Okay. Anything else? Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, you mentioned 5 levels of smaran.
Yeah.
Is there, and you have any practical tips how we can go from the lower level to the higher levels?
Okay. Is there any practical tips on how we can go from lower level to higher level? So basically, smaran requires what is known as chitta shuddhi. Chitta shuddhi means thoda consciousness should be cleared of basic anarthas. And there should be spontaneous desire कि I want to now know Krishna in more detail. When that spontaneous desire arises after some time of practicing bhakti, that I want to know Krishna in more detail, that is when Smaran Dasha or Smaran Avastha will begin. When Smaran Avastha begins, gradually the devotee starts knowing more in detail about Krishna because love is in the details. Till that time he only knows Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is very big, I am very small, बस उतना, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं. Then he starts knowing about the actual tattva. What is Bhagavan? Who is Bhagavan? What is the meaning of Bhagavan? Why is Krishna Bhagavan? And then what are the pastimes of Bhagavan? What does Krishna like? What does Krishna wear? How many flutes does Krishna have? The devotees in English, Murli is translated as what?
Flute.
Vamshi?
Flute.
Venu?
Flute.
सब तो फ्लूट ही है. तो लेकिन उनमें there is some difference.
Holes.
So Rupa Goswami defines all the qualities of Krishna in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. 64 most important qualities of Krishna. And they pay attention to those qualities. Then they start little remembrance. तब उनके मन में ना that basic first authentic image of Krishna starts forming by the description of the Shastra. Rare devotee, from many devotees, one devotee will come ahead to this level and start that practice. And then initially his meditation breaks, but he is gradually building the framework. You know what is a framework? The entire framework of Smaran is being built by the description of the authentic Shastras. So then once he does it for some time, then he becomes a little attached to this Smaran. So level 2 he begins. Then he starts adding the details by concentrating. In level 3 mein he becomes fixed on one particular lila, one particular form. And feel after a few years of such practice, then it automatically, then there is emotion. Sometimes his tears are coming sometimes, but he hides it from the public. And level 5 mein there is something. It all begins and a natural thirst arises. I want to know about Krishna in detail. It cannot be artificial or forced. It's not that today I should start Smaran. It's not like that. So when the fire should be from within. जैसे भूख लगती है किसी को, तो वो he naturally finds food. So when one is hungry for Smaran, he will naturally find that literature which is required. So I hope that gives some clarity. Right?
And it comes from inside. You say lots of people say Prabhu that मेरे अंदर से जब मूड आएगा ना तब मैं हम लोग मंदिर आएंगे करके. So like I mean it may never happen like I mean.
हाँ ठीक है. तो if we are sincere, then सच में मूड होगा. और those who are not sincere, वो बस बाहर से बोलेगा और कभी नहीं आएगा. Ultimately, bhakti is individual progress, na? We don't have to force other people into smaran. We have to see if it is naturally coming within us. And if we are sincere and if we are progressing gradually, that desire will naturally come. एक होता है ना sincere student. So sincere student means somebody who wants to voluntarily progress on the path. They will do whatever it is needed. And those who are here just for time pass, they will do time pass. ठीक है प्रभु जी. Ultimately, whosoever is pretending, loss is whose? Loss तो उसका ही है जो pretend कर रहा है. ऐसा है. ठीक है. Yes प्रभु, हल्दर से.
Prabhu, can you bring out that slide like the 5 stages?
Okay. The 5 stages of smaran.
Smaran, yeah.
Yeah.
So Prabhu, this is the same thing like Prabhupada mentioning in the Updeshamrita,
Yeah.
recollection,
Yeah.
absorption,
Yeah.
meditation.
Yeah. Recollection, absorption, meditation.
Okay, same thing,
Same
but he didn't mention the Sanskrit name, right?
He mentioned Sanskrit he mentions Anusmriti there.
Okay.
And then he also mentions Samadhi.
Yeah, Samadhi. Yeah, Samadhi he mentioned. Yeah.
And by unceasing Anusmriti, he says there.
Okay.
So that is
Okay.
Dhruva Anusmriti.
Okay.
Alright. ठीक है? Yes, one last project, yes.
Prabhu, so we are hearing a lot of people chanting for one japa, one mala for 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes. Are there any conception of which one is actually we can measure this? It is a correct syllable is pronounced if it is 7 minutes or 8 minutes or 7 minutes.
So the question is, does Shastra say anything about what is the speed that should?
I don't know it is Shastra, but in practically from the Acharyas and anybody.
Acharya will speak from Shastra only. Acharya, that is what Acharya is. He speaks from Shastra. So the previous Acharyas, they speak from Shastra, and I will quote the Shastra in Hari Bhakti Vilas 17th chapter. There is a general guideline given, and I will quote that. Here it is, 17th chapter 191 verse. I will quote the verse, please repeat after me. This is from Narad Pancharatra. Acharya is quoting Shastra. Alright? Shanai Shanai Suvispashtam
Shanai Shanai Suvispashtam
Na Dhrutam Na Vilambitam
Na Dhrutam Na Vilambitam
Na Nyunam Nadikam Vapi
Na Nyunam Nadikam Vapi
Japam Kuryat Dine Dine
Japam Kuryat Dine Dine
Japam Kuryat Jap karo Dine Dine. कैसा जप करो? रोज, every day. Dine Dine. अच्छा, now here the qualities. शनै शनै धीरे धीरे. सुविस्पष्टम. स्पष्टम मतलब क्या होता है?
Clear.
विस्पष्टम, विशेषण स्पष्टम. Very clear. सुविस्पष्टम.
Very
Extremely crisp and clear. ठीक है? सुविस्पष्टम. न द्रुतम. बहुत फास्ट भी नहीं. नहीं. न विलंबितम. बहुत स्लो भी नहीं. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है? हाँ. न विलंबितम. न न्यूनम. Don't chant very less quantity. Don't chant very less quantity. न अधिकम. Don't chant too much also. क्योंकि too much ना, you are chasing a target. I hope you are able to understand.
Yeah.
Too much, instead of focusing on sneha samyukta, you are focusing on target samyukta. एक होता है स्नेह संयुक्त जप, एक होता है target संयुक्त जप. So that is not what is recommended. ना अधिकम. Don't make it so much that instead of sneha, target is introduced. ऐसे जपम कुरिया, ऐसे जप करो. कैसे जप करो? दिने दिने. रोज रोज ऐसे जप. है कि नहीं? ये जप का एकदम परफेक्ट विधि है. अच्छा, इसमें आचार्य did not say कितना स्लो, कितना फास्ट. दिस इज ब्यूटी ऑफ वैदिक कल्चर. एवरी पर्सन शुड थिंक अबाउट इट इंटेलिजेंटली कि स्लो कितना है, फास्ट कितना है. द मीनिंग ऑफ द मंत्र विल बिकम useless if we chant too fast. You have to meditate on Hare and Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. बहुत फास्ट करूँगा तो मीनिंग नहीं आएगा. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम, मीनिंग नहीं आएगा. बहुत स्लो करूँगा तो मीनिंग नहीं आएगा. मीनिंग नहीं आएगा. Whatever is helpful to visualize the meaning. I hope you are able to understand. That is shanai shanai su vispashtam na drutam na vilambitam na nyunam na adhikam vapi japam kuryat dine. रोज रोज जप करना. ज्यादा भी करोगे ना, बहुत अधिक करोगे ना, एक दिन तो कर लोगे, बाकी हफ्ता छूट जाएगा. समझ में आ रहा है? तो जपम कुर्यात दिने दिने. Every day you have to perform japa. ठीक है? Many times it is said अधिकम, ज्यादा करो, पर शास्त्र says ज्यादा भी मत, बहुत ज्यादा भी मत करो और बहुत कम भी मत करो. ये है बैलेंस. This is what Shastra is. दूरदृष्टि. One time I heard a devotee on Haridas Thakur's disappearance day organized a japa marathon. Today we will chant 192 rounds. So who wants to sign up? Yeah, we want to sign up. Who wants to? Yeah, we want to sign up. Yeah, everybody signed up. Okay? So after Haridas Thakur disappearance day, Haridas Thakur to disappeared. These people also disappeared. उसके बाद ही gave a class कि हरिदास ठाकुर की डिसअपीयरेंस डे के दिन तो सब आए, उसके एक हफ्ते बाद मंदिर में कोई दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है. सही बात है ना. हरिदास ठाकुर डिसअपीयर्ड, वी आल्सो डिसअपीयर्ड, क्योंकि इतना ज्यादा जप करा है 192. उसके बाद अगले दिन उठ कर जप करने का मन नहीं किया. पूरा वीक का ठीक है सर. न न्यूनम न अधिकम वापि जपम कुर्यात दिने दिने. ये बात है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज आचार्य से. स्नेह संयुक्त नाम. Which नाम dear devotees? स्नेह संयुक्त नाम. That is most important. ठीक है?
One follow-up question.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you reconcile with this with Satatam Kirtayanto?
हाँ, ये भी तो है. सततम
कीर्तन जपन.
आज जप और कीर्तन का भेद बता दिया है ना. तो सततम का मतलब क्या होता है? व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ सततम? सततम मतलब रात को सोने के बाद भी तो करना चाहिए, पर रात को सो गया फिर तो मुंह बंद हो गया, फिर सततम कैसे करेगा? नहीं. अच्छा, I will tell you because you have asked very important question. Acharyas knew in 2021. Somebody will ask this question. So Acharya is already. Rupa Goswami is saying in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Please repeat after me. स्मर्तव्य सततं विष्णु.
स्मर्तव्य सततं विष्णु.
विस्मर्तव्यो न जातु चेत्.
विस्मर्तव्यो न जातु चेत्.
ऑलवेज. सततम मतलब क्या? ऑलवेज. रिमेम्बर विष्णु, नेवर फॉरगेट विष्णु. ये बोल दिए. उधर नीचे कमेंट्री में श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर. अभी लेट मी शो कमेंट्री ऑफ श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर. एवरीबडी यू रिपीट आफ्टर मी. ठीक है? सततम.
सततम.
प्रति अहम.
प्रति अहम.
सततम मीन्स once every day minimum. न तो. प्रतिक्षणम.
प्रतिक्षणम.
Not every moment. I hope you are able to understand. सततम मतलब regularly, not every moment. प्रति अहम. अहम means every day. अह. मध्याह्न. अह. So प्रति अहम every day. न तो प्रतिक्षणम. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है every moment. Why? Please repeat. तस्य. असाध्यत्वेन. Impossible. असाध्य है वो. Impossible है वो. प्रति every moment is impossible. रात को सो जाते हैं ना, फिर कैसे कीर्तन होगा? तो सततम मतलब क्या? मिनिमम once every day. जपम कुर्यात दिने दिने. सब एक लाइन में बैठ गए. समझ में? तो सततम कीर्तयन्तो माम. सततम मतलब क्या? once when? हाँ, every day. नहीं तो once every year हो जाएगा. सततम means every day, not every moment necessarily. because every moment is impossible for the conditioned living entity who has a material body. ठीक है? हो गया? सब सॉल्व. देखो आचार्य ने पहले आपको उनको मालूम था. आपके लिए जवाब रखा था श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर ने. आपके लिए बचा के रखा था ये जवाब. ठीक है जी. थैंक यू वेरी मच. हरे कृष्ण. प्रभुपाद की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय.
Thank you, Prabhuji. A big round of applause to Hari Parshad Prabhuji. Thank you for blessing Kabir Prabhu's house and all of us, and we are very fortunate to have you and we are enlightened. And I hope everybody taking something and applying in our life. I'm for sure I'm myself.
I am also trying. अभी सब पता तो है, अभी अप्लाई करना बाकी है.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Oh, next. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning there's a Bhagavatam class at ISKCON Toronto. That class starts at 7:30. There's an evening program. If you want to attend, there's an evening program. There is a flyer which has been sent out with the details. Is there anybody who wants to attend the evening or morning program? Please contact Narhari Dev Prabhu. Here he is. He's hiding here. Here. So you can get the flyer from him.